The radio is dead. You've been running for 6 hours straight through mountain terrain so steep your lungs feel like they're tearing. Your left shoulder is bleeding, not bad enough to stop you, but bad enough to leave a trail if you're not careful. Behind you, somewhere in the dark, are 40 men who want your head. Your team is gone, your extraction point is compromised, and the sun is coming up in 90 minutes. You are Senior Chief Petty Officer Jake Mercer, U.S. Navy SEAL Team 6. And right now, in the mountains of northwestern Iran, you are completely, utterly alone. This is your story. 14 hours earlier, FOB Zafran, Eastern Iraq. The briefing room smells like burnt coffee and stale air conditioning. You've been in rooms like this 100 times. The anxiety never goes away, you just get better at hiding it. You sit with your legs wide, arms crossed, reading the faces of the men around you. 6 operators. All SEAL Team 6. All handpicked. Lieutenant Commander David Reyes stands at the front, laser pointer in hand. Gentlemen, what I'm about to show you does not exist. This mission does not exist. And if any of you are captured, we don't get captured, sir, says Torres from the back. Light laughter. Reyes doesn't smile. Satellite imagery, 48 hours ago. He clicks to the first slide. A grainy aerial photo. Mountains. A compound buried between 2 ridgelines. This is the Alborz facility. 12 kilometers inside Iranian territory. Our signals intelligence has confirmed that Dr. Farid Nazari, Iran's chief nuclear detonation engineer, is being held here against his will. The IRGC has been using his family as leverage to force him to complete a weapons miniaturization program. You study the photo. 1 road in. 1 road out. Guard towers at 4 corners. The compound is small, maybe a dozen buildings, but the surrounding terrain is the real problem. Mountains on 3 sides. A river valley below. The only approach is from the northwest ridge, under darkness. Our window is narrow, Reyes continues. Dr. Nazari's daughter has been moved to a separate location. The IRGC is planning to execute her in 72 hours unless the project is complete. Our intel says Nazari is close to a breakdown. If he finishes the work before we get there, or if they kill the girl, this whole region changes overnight. He looks around the room. We go in, we pull Nazari out, we hand him to agency assets at the extraction point. 22 kilometers northeast of the compound. Helicopter extract. The whole op should take 4 hours. Should, that word always does the work, doesn't it? Insertion, H-hour -2. The MH-60M drops you 6 kilometers from the target. No lights. No communication burst until you're within 1 kilometer of the objective. You move in 2 fire teams, you leading Alpha with Torres, Diaz, and Webb. Bravo team, Hayes, Kim, and Rodriguez, flanking from the south. The mountains are brutal. Loose rock. Thin air. Temperature dropping fast. You move in silence, communicating in hand signals and whispers so short they barely qualify as language. Torres is on your left, 3 meters back. He's been your partner for 8 years. You don't need to look at him to know what he's thinking. He's thinking the same thing you are. This is too clean. The intelligence was too perfect. The timing is too tight, but the mission is real. Dr. Nazari is real. The girl is real. You push the doubt down and keep moving. The compound, H-hour. You reach the outer wall at 2:17 local time. 4 guards on the perimeter. Rotating pattern, 12-minute gap on the northwest corner. Bravo team is in position on the south side. You key your radio twice. 2 clicks back. They're ready. You go over the wall in 4 seconds flat. The courtyard is dark. 1 light burning in the second building on the left, that's Nazari's holding room according to the blueprints. Torres covers your 6. Diaz and Webb move to neutralize the nearest guard tower. You reach the door. Pick the lock in 8 seconds. Push inside. Doctor. Nazari is sitting on the edge of a cot, fully dressed, like he was expecting someone. He's a small man, mid-50s, reading glasses pushed up on his forehead. He looks at you, at your gear, your blackened face, your rifle, and something in his expression shifts from fear to something that might be hope. American, he whispers. Yes, sir. We're getting you out. He stands immediately. No hesitation. This man has been waiting, and then Torres's voice cuts through your earpiece, sharp and low. Alpha 1, we have a problem. 2:31 local time. Before Torres can finish his sentence, the compound erupts, not an alarm, an ambush. Coordinated, prepositioned fire from 3 directions simultaneously. These aren't guards who stumbled onto your position. These are soldiers who were waiting for you. Someone told them you were coming. Contact north. Contact north. Diaz's voice on the radio, then a burst of automatic fire, then silence. Your stomach drops. You grab Nazari by the arm. Stay low. Move when I move. Stop when I stop. He nods, and you can see his hands are shaking but his eyes are steady. Smart man. Scared, but functional. You push back through the door into the chaos of the courtyard. Torres has taken cover behind a stone wall, trading fire with 2 IRGC soldiers positioned on the eastern building roof. You can see muzzle flashes from Bravo team's direction, but you can't raise haze on comms. Webb, status on Diaz? He's hit. Leg. He can move but he's slow. Torres, we're going northeast. Bravo team pulled back to rally point Charlie. Can't reach Bravo, boss. The word hits you like cold water. You don't have time to process it. 3 IRGC soldiers are pushing through the compound gate 20 meters to your left. You engage, 2 short controlled bursts, 2 down, 1 retreating. But now they know exactly where you are. We move now. The ridgeline, 3:05 local time. You get over the wall with Nazari and Torres. Webb is right behind you, half carrying Diaz, whose leg is wrapped tight with a tourniquet. The 4 of you push northeast up the ridgeline, moving fast despite the terrain. Behind you, the compound is alive with lights and voices. Vehicles moving. Radio chatter you can partially pick up on your scanner. They're setting up a perimeter. Cutting off the roads. They have a quick reaction force already mobilized. That doesn't happen in 12 minutes. That QRF was staged. Ready. Waiting. You pull out your sat phone. Dead. Jammed. Radio, same. Someone is blanketing the entire frequency range with electronic interference. You are deaf and mute to the outside world. Torres, read your face. Extraction point? We keep moving toward it. Maybe we get clear of the jamming. And Bravo team? You don't answer. Because the answer is something you're not ready to say out loud. 04:20 local time, high ground, 4 kilometers from compound. Diaz can't go further. The tourniquet has held but he's lost blood and the altitude is working against him. You find a shallow cave formation on the leeward side of a ridgeline and push everyone inside. 5 minutes, you tell them. You pull out your compass and map. No GPS, the jamming is killing your electronics. Old school navigation from here. Nazari sits beside you, quiet. Then he speaks. They knew you were coming. I know. They have been preparing for 3 days. Moving extra soldiers in. Staging the QRF. He pauses. Someone inside your command gave them the operation. You look at him. How do you know that? Because Colonel Shirazi told me himself. He was proud of it. He said. Nazeri stops, chooses his words carefully. He said your own people wanted this mission to fail. The cave goes quiet. Torres is looking at you. Webb is looking at you. Even Diaz, pale and sweating on the ground, is looking at you. You've been in special operations for 14 years. You've run ops in 8 countries. You have never, not once, considered that the threat might come from inside. But the math adds up. The ambush was too perfect. The QRF too fast. The jamming too complete. Someone burned this mission before it started. We still get you out, you tell Nazeri. That doesn't change. He nods slowly. I know. That is why I am still breathing. 05:15 local time, contact resumes. They find you. Not because of a mistake, because they have dogs. You hear them before you see the flashlights. Diaz cannot run. Webb will not leave him. Go, Webb says to you. You take the dog, you get to the extraction point. We'll hold them here as long as we can. That's not how this works. Boss. Webb's voice is very calm. The calmest you've ever heard it. This is exactly how this works. You know it. I know it. The mission is Nazeri. Get him out. Torres puts a hand on your shoulder. The dogs are getting louder. You look at Diaz, who manages a tight, painful grin. Go get a beer for me, Senior Chief. And then you're moving. You and Torres and Nazeri, pushing northeast through the dark while behind you the sound of gunfire begins. Webb and Diaz, buying you every second they can. You run .06:40 local time, the riverbed 2 kilometers from the extraction point. The sky is beginning to lighten at the edges, deep blue turning to gray. You have maybe 40 minutes before full daylight. You're crossing a frozen riverbed when Torres grabs your arm. A vehicle. Lights off, parked across the only navigable path through the valley. 2 men visible. Probably more inside or in the rocks above. They're not searching. They're waiting, blocking the extraction route. You pull Torres and Nazeri down into the rocks. Think. 3 options. Go through them, high risk, noise, wounded if it goes wrong. Go around, adds 2 kilometers minimum, probably takes you past sunrise. Go up, scale the north cliff face, come down behind the extraction point from above. Dangerous terrain. Unknown what's on top. But they won't expect it. Torres looks at you, Nazeri looks at you. This is the moment. One decision. No second chances. You go up. The cliff face is 40 meters of loose rock and frozen crack systems in the dark. Torres goes first, testing holds, moving with the quiet efficiency of a man who has climbed under worse conditions. You follow with Nazeri between you, guiding his hands and feet, whispering instructions so quietly they barely carry. Halfway up, Nazeri slips, your hand shoots out and catches his wrist. For 1 second, one long, stretched second, you're holding the weight of this entire mission in your grip. The nuclear program. The girl's life. The intelligence Nazeri carries in his head. The names of every IRGC scientist he's worked with. All of it, hanging from your arm over a 40-foot drop. You pull him up. He presses his back against the rock face, breathing hard, eyes wide. Then he nods at you once. You keep climbing. 7:12 local time, ridge top. You come over the top as the first real light breaks across the mountains. Below you and 300 meters northeast, the extraction point. A flat piece of ground between 2 ridges, marked on your map, and sitting in the middle of it, a helicopter. Rotors already turning, your heart rate spikes. Is it yours? Or theirs? Torres pulls out his monocular. Studies it for a long moment. Tail number matches. It's ours. But there are also 2 vehicles on the road below, moving fast toward the LZ. The blocking force has figured out what you did. They have maybe 4 minutes before those vehicles reach the helicopter. You key your radio one last time, no longer caring about jamming. Ghost Rider, this is Alpha 1. We are at your 12 o'clock, ridge top, 300 meters. We are coming to you hot. Do not leave that LZ. Say again, do not leave. Static, then, broken, barely audible through the jamming, Alpha 1. Ghost Rider, we read you, get to us, move. The final run. You come down off the ridge at a pace that should be impossible on that terrain. Torres is in front, you are behind Nazari, and the whole world has narrowed down to that helicopter and the distance between you and it. The vehicles are closer now. You can hear engines, shots, distant, then closer. They've spotted you from the road. Torres reaches the helicopter first, turns, lays down covering fire to the south. The crew chief is at the door, arm extended, pulling Nazari inside. You are 5 meters away, then 3, then, you feel the round hit before you hear the shot left side. Below the ribs. Not a kill shot, but it takes your legs for just a second, just enough that you stumble, hit the ground hard, hands out, get up, you get up. Torres grabs your arm and you are inside, and the helicopter is lifting, and below you the vehicle skid to a stop and men pour out, but it doesn't matter anymore because you are 30 feet up, then 60, then 100, banking hard northeast, and the mountains of Iran are falling away beneath you. Nazari is sitting across from you, holding his knees, staring at nothing. Torres is pressing a trauma dressing against your side, working efficiently, not saying anything. The crew chief hands you a headset. Through it, a voice, American, controlled, professional. Alpha 1, this is command. Confirm package is secure. You look at Nazari. He meets your eyes. You key the mic, package is secure. 4 operators did not make it out. A pause on the other end. Then, copy that, Alpha 1. Well done. You pull off the headset. Well done. You think about Webb's voice in that cave. The calmest you'd ever heard it. You think about Diaz's grin. You think about Hayes and Kim and Rodriguez from Bravo team, whose status you still don't know and may never know. You think about what Nazari said in the dark. Your own people wanted this mission to fail. You look out the window at the mountains below. Somewhere down there, answers are buried. A name. Someone inside your chain of command who burned your team. You're going to find that name. But first, you have to survive the landing. That was your life as a Navy SEAL trapped behind enemy lines in Iran. You lost men. You carried one of the most valuable intelligence assets in the Middle East to safety. And you came home carrying something else, a secret that could shake the entire U.S. intelligence community. What happens next? Next week, you're back in a CIA black site interrogation room, and this time, you are the one being questioned. Subscribe. Because the story isn't over.